behalf of ThinkOyo initiative, we welcome you all to our third edition of our lecture series. I would first of all like to welcome our guest speaker, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, for taking time to be with us today. I welcome Dr. Muyiwa Godileshi, the Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Health of Oyo State, the SA Infrastructure to the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Depoju, we welcome you. We welcome our SA Information and Orientation, Alhaji Honorable Bolagade Busari. I will welcome Alhaji Abdullahi Honorable as well. The ACN Southwest Secretary, you are welcome to our midst. The several permanent secretaries, directors of various ministries and parastatals, the special assistants here, senior special assistants, welcome the gentlemen of the prayers and all of the youths that are here. I believe as we go on into this event today, when we'll be talking about our team, which is infrastructure, ingredients for development, when our guest lecturer will be juggling into very highlighted lecture series, we believe that at the end of the day, we'll be able to know that infrastructure has a long way in development in all aspects of the world. So we welcome you all, and as we go on, we say at the end of the day, we go on home with very, very vital information. Thank you, and God bless.
Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat is a product of the University of Ibadan, where he graduated with BSc Honours, second class upper division in agricultural engineering in 1986, and then a master's in crop processing engineering in 1988. He thereafter proceeded to the famous Silso College, Cranfield University, England, where he obtained a PhD in system process engineering in 1992. And to his credit, he was the first student to complete his doctorate degree within 3 years in his department at Cranfield. He also holds a certificate in computer Windows programming 1995 of the Baruch College, City University of New York, United States of America. A professional engineer, thoroughbred systems integrator, seasoned administrator, and consummate manager of men and materials, engineer Dr. Hamzat has had over 2 decades of work experience in diverse areas of engineering practice, including project management, computer networking, enterprise system assessment, engineering system design, and implementation. He has during this period held enviable positions in different world-class international organizations. Please put your hands together for our guest lecturer, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let me first of all say that I'm very excited to be here because I've seen a lot of students, and of course, one of the fundamental problems of our nation will be addressed by this generation. But before I go, let me just say some protocols. First of all, let me thank Dr. Muyiwa Godileshi, who we actually loaned to Oyo State. I know he's a commissioner for health now, but he was working with us in Lagos before. But it's good. PJ Nakayode, Adepoju, special advisor, infrastructure of Oyo State. And I'd like to thank you for, we've seen a lot of changes in Oyo now. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, if you're here, and everybody that came from Lagos and Oyo State, I'd like to actually thank you for this. Like I said, I'm extremely excited to be here. And the reason is very simple. We are talking about something that is truly important, without which our nation will not survive. I think it's very straightforward. So the topic is there, and what I would then do is to talk about the opening remarks, sort of a preamble to infrastructure, because it's important for everybody to understand what infrastructure is. I think we have this notion. So for example, a commissioner or a special advisor or somebody, say in the Ministry of Agriculture, might think is not part of infrastructure. The truth is it is. A forest is an infrastructure that allows you to drain the community, that allows you to prevent erosion around your community. So I will talk about those type of remarks, and then we'll talk about the infrastructure and economic growth, the synergy that allows that to happen, and then we look at what has worked, the Brazilian experience, and then we see Lagos State experience also, and then lesson for others around the country, a Southwest agenda, and then the conclusion. Now, that's just for us to read, but basically what it says is that infrastructure development, interest in it is worldwide. As a matter of fact, there are people that have said that, the collapse of financial institutions around the world will have been more devastating, especially in the US, if not for infrastructure. You can drive from, say, New York all the way to California, and that's going to Lagos to Sokoto 8 times. So you go, come back 8 times. So that's 16 rounds. So you go and you will not see a pothole. But remember, when it was to start, it started during President FDR. When it was to start, everybody laughed, even in the United States. The man said, I will build the infrastructure that will link all the states in the United States of America. And think about it. Nigeria, as big as we are just the size of 2 states, Oklahoma and Texas. So the state of Texas and the state of Oklahoma put together. So remember, Oklahoma is like the 19th biggest state in terms of land size in America. So Texas, I think, is third. Sorry, Texas is second after California. California is bigger. So to go from New York to California is 6 hours by flight. So it's a huge, imagine, it's a huge, they have 50 states. So it's just the size of 2 states. But we're able to do that. And it wasn't easy. As a matter of fact, there's a book that you can read that tells you how that was done. So interest is worldwide in infrastructure. Therefore, lack of it or a deficit of infrastructure creates echoing. People are angry. People are nervous. And that's why we're in this room today. So it is clear that when infrastructure is well implemented, it affects development of any community. And then I will show you statistics later to back that up. So what exactly then is infrastructure? It says infrastructure generally refers to basic structures and facilities that enable the accomplishment of goals. So it means there are soft and hard infrastructure. Remember what it says again. It refers to basic structures and facilities that enable the accomplishment of goals. So the goal of people this morning is to come from the location A. It might be from the University of Ibadan. It might be from anywhere, from Lagos to Ibadan. So infrastructure is what facilitates that movement. In this case, it's the road. Of course, a car is also an infrastructure. It's just a different form of infrastructure. So you can see that our life revolves around infrastructure. So it includes things like water, energy, transportation, communications, and so on and so forth. So there must be a distinction between the social and economic infrastructure. Now, both are significant, but one has more impact on economic growth than the other. So economic infrastructure then includes things like utilities like power, gas pipe gas, telecommunications, water and sanitation, sewerage, and solid waste disposal. And then in terms of public works, it includes roads, bridges, and drainages.